let me know.
Right.
You know, I got other clients too that I'm working with.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So after that, I'll be in, you know, a couple of months later, Latrice closed on a 4,000 square foot building with, you know, someone else. I'm like, well, why she didn't call and tell me that she was going with somebody else?
Yeah, because
it's
we
okay.
went on social. I remember when you and I talked about it. It went to social, and I said, well, yeah, I see on it.
And I, you know, I should have gotten her to sign to working with a real estate, you know, whatever the form. I found that this Gucci thought, but I thought maybe.
I told you.
Yeah.
Business.
Maybe, you know, it's just the point of how she did it. All Latrice had to do was say, hey, Gucci, I'm going to use somebody else over there. We still good. When I buy my next building, I'll use you, or I might not use you because you're moving too slow.
Yeah.
And it hurt my feelings because I thought we were better than that.
Yeah.
So that's why Gucci had this little something on her shoulder, like, I can't believe you did this. You know, all you have to do is talk to me, have a conversation with me. And, you know, it's not about the money. It's not about the agent. It's about, I thought we were friends. I thought we were better than that.
And I think that's what people may miss or don't understand. And then at the end of the day, when people, like, you have your own group of fans that love you, she has fans, you know, even before you and I were on the show, that loves her.
Yeah.
We all have different followings, so they're gonna follow her no matter what. But
exactly.
I think for me, and that's why I called you out, but then when we were talking about it, I was like, this is something that you need to say when we are talking, because people are under this understanding, like, why is she being so petty? Okay, she went with somebody else. Okay, whatever. In your mind, me listening and understanding you felt like that was your friend, because I know when I met you, I always take it back to our reunion. And I'll tell this story again. I know you had to think she was your friend, because on that reunion, I sat in between you was on my left and Latrice was on my right. And when Marie started popping off and jumping up, a lot of what people did not see, because they decided not to show that, because Marie, baby, it got ugly on that reunion, and the fans did not see that. When she jumped up and was doing all she was doing, you was sitting your ass there with your legs crossed. Because I was so stunned by what she was saying. I was putting my damn pearls. I couldn't believe the things that she was saying. So I
couldn't believe it either.
They weren't going to show that on television. And, you know, Latrice was trying, you know, going back and forth saying, but I remember when I looked at you and you were sitting there and I said, girl, do you see some? You were rocking back and forth and you said, I'm just waiting for her ass to cross this damn line because I'm going to wear Marie ass out. That's what you said. And see, that's the type of shit that for you and I was like, something. So after it was over, because you know we went, and when we went, I was like, oh girl, I said I didn't know what was wrong with you. You was like, no, me and Latrice from the same place. I ain't want to be telling you, I'm just.
That's true.
What I was thinking. You said we from exit 119, and where I'm from, you don't do that shit. So if Marie would have crossed that goddamn line, we would. I don't know what Latrice was gonna do, but you said you was about to wear that.
It's the loyalty, girl. I mean,
yes.
And I thought we were close like
that.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think a lot of people may not know or understand that. And so when they saw when y'all began to film, you know, in the minds of people who watching and don't really know backstory, they probably thought it was petty. And
it goes
like,
deep.
You know,
it went deeper than that.
Yeah.
It went deeper than that, you know.
And then, like, I was watching it. I went back and watched it because I wanted to be very accurate when we got on this live. In some scenes, Latrice is saying, you know, oh, that was your friend, and, you know, y'all were cool. And then in other scenes, when she started talking about other people, she talks about, well, business is business. I mean, Gucci and I don't hang out. We don't do this, do that. So I take myself out of being a cast member. As a viewer, I'm like, okay, in one interview, you were saying that y'all were cool. Now, in the next interview, you're saying that you weren't whatever. And when she said, when y'all, because we can get over into the baby shower, because I think, well, no, y'all had you had the workout.
The workout.
You had not talked to Latrice when y'all had the
workout. I had.
So that was your first time seeing her. But when I asked you, because I asked you how to go, you knew my ass.
I know.
First of all,
I knew your ass.
I had something to do. And I had just gotten back in town when y'all were doing that. So
you did. Yeah.
But you said you weren't going to address that in front of everybody right there. So you had not talked to her, but you still kind of had a little attitude or whatever.
I did, girl. I wanted her to do some sweat extra hard.
But I don't think you actually thought that y'all were not going to be friends. You just wanted to have that conversation. Am I correct? Like,
that's true. Yeah.
You thought that y'all were going to be able to get past it. You just were mad
and keep going and I just want to let her know at what point, because look like this friend, she's just using this friend thing word so loosely. You know what I'm saying? She don't, friend. I don't think she really knows what that means. You know what I'm saying? At this point. When
you saw her at the baby shower, did you know Latrice was coming to the baby? Well, no, did she call? What did
she texted me? And I was like, Latrice want to know the address to the baby shower. Why is she texting me? So I said, why is she coming to the baby shower? You know what I'm saying?
This last couple of episodes, she said her and Selena they've been friends forever. So Selena
she didn't send her the invite. I got it in my phone where I text the address to Latrice, say, hey, this is the address to the baby shower. I'm like, now why she, I knew Tamara probably was going to be there, because Tamara asked me the address. Selena must have told her the address, but Latrice couldn't even get the address from Selena. She called me. So, that's her friend, but she got the address from the baby shower to the baby shower from me.
Okay. So when she got to the baby shower, you didn't have any plans on talking to her about that then, but I saw what she called.
She wanted to have a conversation outside the baby shower. It wasn't my idea to have that conversation then. She wanted to have it.
Well, honey, you said something about Tamara, because at that time.
Oh, yeah, you and Tamara. What's going on with y'all, girl? I know y'all kind of.
Tamara, honey.
Yeah, what is going on?
Where we are in these couple of episodes, I had not talked to Tamara. I had not seen her since reunion. And I said before when we've been on here, so I'm not gonna keep on talking about it. I felt some kind of way after the reunion. I just felt like she could have stepped up the way I stepped up for her. Like, I got past the fact that they were saying that about that text message and the stuff where we were in last season before the reunion. She didn't want me to be on the show. She didn't want me to be a part of the the text group, whatever this damn text group is. She said that I was shady. She said that they needed to watch everything that I say. As I'm not gonna go as we go further on. It gets deeper, and so I'm not gonna mess with the integrity of our show. So for me, at that point where we are now, until I wasn't at the point where I needed to be seeing or talking to Tamara, because I just wasn't there. I had too much going on in my life to be worried about some petty ass damn text messaging this, and then you to be saying in one sentence like, no, I sent you to the producers. I was the one who, pitched you, and I did this and I did that. But then Latrice brought your boyfriend's side chick on, if that's what it was. I mean, I don't know. Latrice is the one who had caused all this shit, this whole storyline about you. And we're sitting at this reunion, and you so far over on Latrice when they finding out these DNA damn results. Glenn, you were covering Glenn up. You can't even see Glenn on the camera. So I'm sitting here thinking, and when Tisha and I are going back and forth on this reunion, because they didn't show a lot of our exchange, but even the little bit that people did see, Tamara not one time said, no, I knew that Aikisha's been working on this Fair Street stuff way before this. She knows what my family and I were doing. Willie and I started making the plans for Bricks of Hops and Jackson at the end of 2018, and was doing after we opened, after we were opening up here. COVID came, all of this stuff. She knows this. Anytime I would come to Jackson, if I wanted to know what was going on, if we were doing a charity event, whatever, I always reached out to her. So I'm thinking,
why did she? Why do you think she did that? I mean, do you think she did? I was confused about that part. Why do you think she didn't want you on the show?
Listen, I have no clue. And when she sat there and didn't open her mouth one time to either, you don't even have to defend me. I don't have no problems defending myself. But to say something. So for that, it just pissed me off so bad. I mean, and truth be told, like other people were upset with her, even in her own little group or camp. And that'll be for her to tell her own story. So I just said, you know what? I, like you, I'm about loyalty. When they brought that girl on there to get in your ass, I wasn't a part of that because I was not about to let that happen. Even though you and I still were not on good terms. I felt she brought me into this, you know, this situation, and I was going to stick by her. So I just, at this point where we are in that season, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. We needed to have a conversation, and I wasn't ready to have that conversation because I had too many other things going on with me. So I had not seen Tamara before this Friday's episode. No, and when Tamara walked in the door, I walked my ass somewhere else. Cause see, I can't do that faking and shaking, honey. I can't be doing that. Those fake, you know, greetings and hey, girl. Like when you came in and knowing you're a little. Well, we're gonna get to we're gonna get to that. But that's not who I am, and I can't do that. And knowing that was my first time seeing Latisha, I had not done any scenes with Latisha. I had not talked to Latisha, and I had not done any scenes with Tamara, and had not talked to Tamara since the reunion. And that just I wasn't there. So so yes, that's where we were on.
So we'll see how that turn out.
So, girl, let's get to this last week Friday. Let's get to this past episode because you know, time gonna be running out, and you know, Instagram will cut your ass slap off.
You're right. Okay, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack.
So, a little bit on the baby shower because we want to bring in, Miss Selena, and I always thought. I mean, I knew that y'all didn't talk. I knew y'all weren't like friends or whatever, but I knew you were cordial. I mean, like you were very clear. You sometimes you speak, sometimes y'all don't. If it's just, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We had Wynn that, you know, maybe she may or may not come, but we weren't really worried about that because your concern has always been when I talked to you, it was about, you know, Jay and the girls. I know we brought them on a little bit last season when y'all were talking about your family dynamic. You've been trying to work on mending different things with them. And even watching this episode, and I remember because I came in a little bit before you, when you walked in the door, you and Sanjay hugged. Y'all were talking about your outfits. I've been around you with them, you know, without everything. So when I watched the scene with Latrice and Selena, and I know Selena, let me just put that out there. Selena and I have known each other since we were little kids. I've known Selena since I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. So I knew Selena before I knew you. I've never had an issue with Selena. When we sort of matured, you know, ways just passed. But we went to elementary together. You know, she went to a different school. I went to a different school. I've seen her over the years. I was very excited when I saw her and her daughter's on Breeding. But, you know, it's just the kind of thing, like when you know people, you see them, hey, hug, and you just keep it moving. But I've never had an issue. I love Selena's girls. I love Dee and yourself. When I met them. But when I was looking at the episode and the scene with Latrice and Selena, I was like, oh, okay. Because mind you, people think that we I didn't know what other people are filming, and we
that's right.
No, that I had no clue they did that.
I had no clue.
When I watched that episode yesterday, that was my first time. I'm like, oh. And listening to them talking, one, I'm confused because the last I knew, we were talking about Cliff and Selena and you know, Latrice married to Cliff. So I was just like, oh, are they friends? Like, wait a minute, what's happening? And then I saw, you know how these interviews go. I ain't telling them whatever, but you know, we all throw out a little shade and do. But when they mentioned to me about Selena and you know what? One of the interviews was after this situation. So I think I may have, I don't know, because they, you know, everything's put out. But I do remember thinking that was really, not that there's anything wrong with you talking to somebody who your ex know. Hell, at this age, you know, you all gonna run into somebody. But watching the scenes with Cliff and JJ and how Cliff, that right there was just kind of wild to me.
Yeah.
That's just my
opinion. It is. I mean, it's okay. It's just strange to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just strange to me that and it's okay to talk, and maybe they best buddies. I don't know.
So
It's
that's
just
where my
strange that they
came from. I'm like,
and you know
maybe
what? You know what I heard?
know.
I heard, whatever went on at the wig thing. Well, I can't say that part. I'll say that. But I do
We'll
know
talk
that.
about that next month.
Yeah, we'll start on
after
that
they show the rest of this episode.
Yeah.
But I know, and I know what you're about to say. Because I was with you when you heard that. They're going to see what happens after that. Yeah. And that was surprising to me, too.
Yeah, I'm like.
So, anyway, I don't know. It was really confusing for me. But we're going to go back to this because we just got to tell this part right here. Because I was so shocked.
I was trying to avoid
what happened. Yes, because remember when we pulled up? Hell, I thought it was about to be me up in there. And I'm going to just be honest with y'all because I know y'all watching this, but let me tell y'all this little backstory. Like I told y'all, I had not seen Latrice since the reunion. And y'all know, y'all been watching during these episodes, the Pelahatchie posse was on there going live at 5 every time I came on. They had something to say. My family and friends and followers, whatever, were going back and forth with Latisha's posse and people and whatever. So when we pulled up, I came to the event. I didn't know that we could bring guests, but I did come to the event with my hairstylist, Lil Bree. Hey, Lil Bree, if you out there, honey, Bree, baby, she worked the hell out
her
of
band on.
Y'all know I don't wear wigs. Y'all gonna see me wear more in this season because my hair, I was losing my good healthy hair. But Bree had come with me because she knows all of them. She used to work in Latrice's shop. She knows everybody on the cast because she is one of the main hairstylists for our show. And Gucci. So everybody else, I mean, at the time, I didn't consider myself to have any issues with Latrice. I didn't know there were any problems. I try to stay out the mess between her and Josh because Josh and I have a separate relationship outside of Latrice. So I'm sitting here, we waiting to do our walk-in. I see Latisha pull up. Well, I see 2 girls with Latisha. At the time, I didn't know who those girls were. So hell, I thought that was some of the Pelahatchie posse. I told Bree, I said, now, this is your first time going somewhere with me, so I'm not expecting you to, do whatever. But Bree was just like, listen, I'm here with you. Whatever you want to do. Because I'm at this point, I know how hard these girls have been going at me online. I don't play like that. So I didn't know what it was. If I would have known we could bring extra guests, not that I even done that. I ain't scared to go nowhere by myself. It's not that. It's just when I saw her and knowing how they make noise, I'm like, oh, this is the type of party it is. I called Gucci. I called you on the phone. I said, Gucci, Latisha done pulled up. And it looked like she got And my girl Gucci said, already. And we hung up the phone. Like, that's what she was like, sure did. So to be honest with you guys, when we walked in that door, everybody's like, it looked like you had an attitude. Gucci came in there. Yeah. Because I was already, listen, I had 1 foot on ready, the second was on set, and I was waiting for G&O. Because I'm like,
our first all-cast event too, wasn't it?
Because I thought it was just cat. I didn't know there were other people coming. And for me, I'm like, this is about to be my last day working on this show. Because what y'all not about to do is think y'all about to jump on me on national TV. That's not what you're about to do. So
that was funny as shit.
Yeah,
but hey, I did see somebody in the comments ask about why we bringing up her name. Let me rewind. Season 2,
bringing up whose name?
Selena name. Why we keep her name on our tongue? Or what? Why we bringing her up?
Whose name? Because first of all, girl, get up. Let's get what we saying.
Selena. I'll keep it. Well, somebody asked me why we bring her up.
We're bringing her up because we're talking about the episode.
But no, they asked me, in the comments why we keep bringing up her name. Let me tell you how her name came up. Latrice, we was doing the scene, and she whispered to me. She said, "Girl, Selena used to sleep with my husband, and they kind of want me to bring that up. They had anything to do with me." So Cliff and Latrice brought Selena in the mix. My husband.
Didn't tell me that.
Oh, I probably didn't, but yes.
That's
so don't think that my husband just, it came to us. They brought her up. It came to us. That's what she did. My husband know anything about it until it was brought up season 2.
Well,
all these years, he did not know that Cliff was the tree guy that she was sleeping with until Latrice. So Latrice them knew. The whole camp knew. They knew. Because I said, well, I mean, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Girl, well, listen, and anyway, whoever, we'll go to those comments later, but
yeah,
you're right, because I remember the scene with the guys. Willie said that that JJ, that you could tell that he didn't know, like he came there with, he didn't know. Mm-hmm. So they must have told him right before they did that. I do remember that. And I remember Willie telling me that. So back to, like I said, when we talk, yeah, so when
back on task.
Yeah.
I said, we'll get back on task.
When I walked into that event, I was like, listen, I'm not here for the bullshit. Well, lo and behold, that's when you tell me, girl, Selena is in here. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think, you weren't saying it like, I think you were just so shocked. Mm-hmm. And listen, Gucci, I'm about to go and tell you can be mad at me or not. You,
bitch.
I'm just saying, your exact words were, I can't believe that Latrice would go this low to invite Selena, and we haven't even like we haven't even talked. Like it was to the extent of, I guess you were saying she invited her to get back at you. Like,
right. And the only reason why, with the baby shower, they filmed my baby shower. It went more than right to film Jay's first grandson baby shower, and I knew that she was going to be a part of it.
Right.
So that's why that happened. That's why the baby shower was filmed, because, this is Jay's first grandson. And of course, let's film that,
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, that at Latrice's event, I wasn't expecting her to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's just full transparency. I remember you, like, once we got in there and I saw that those weren't the same girl. And, but I still was like, this is some bullshit. And when you said that, I was just like, oh, wow. Because this is an event, and then why? But now seeing that scene that they did, and for me, I just wish I would have been able to have a conversation with Selena, because if it was like she was waiting to ask you that on the camera, like if she had an issue with you not not speaking to her, then I don't know. Like, and this is just me. People are like, oh, I'm saying it because no, as a viewer watching it, you already was bringing it up to Latrice in their scene. And at the end of the day, hell, y'all do need to speak because you're in a blended family. But if you don't speak to her, shit, I wouldn't give a damn. You ain't speaking to me.
I mean, my job is, I'm like, okay, let me greet all the babies.
Her little babies. You want to have a relationship with people when they're like my kids. They were my kids' age. Yeah, bitch, we gonna talk. Because you around my kids, and my kids can't really explain to me what the hell
what you doing.
But when they're y'all's kids' age, girl, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
That's right. I mean, they grown. They raised. I mean,
yeah,
they out of college. They doing their own thing. I
mean, because you do like her girls, and at the end of the day, that's their mama. But
right.
I just felt like it was really. It just seemed really reaching and forced to keep on trying to say something about sweet. But your ass was aggravated. And you could have said, hey.
I could have said, hey. And I was like, let me just ignore. Let me just walk on. But she kept egging, hey, Gucci, let me go. I'm here to this wig mixer, with Latrice. I'm here to bust it down with these bells, not you sis. King Lorraine pay me to bust it down with y'all asses. They don't pay me to bust it down with all the other ladies in the room.
But you called this girl an extra. Now you knew you.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, we got you got the 6 successful entrepreneurs here in Jackson, Mississippi, and I don't see her on that equation. I mean, I'm just being honest. Maybe I don't know. And that was mean, Gucci. That was mean. That was mean.
Well,
Gucci did try to walk out.
It didn't cause for what happened.
Yeah,
if you said that, then especially if you're trying to get on the show and you wanted to get you a spot on the show, the way you handled that wasn't it, because all of us know that don't play that shit.
And then here's the thing: I didn't know Aikisha, because whatever happened so quick. Watching that thing, I didn't know they was like I remember the part when she said, you know, hey, I was on TV before, but I was married to JJ first. We're not even arguing about my husband. Why are we bringing up my husband? That show insecurity. That's when people can't register. You really see who is potentially maybe jealous. I was married to your husband first. Do it matter? I mean, you slept with Cliff first. But anyway, that was a little shade. But anyway, that part wasn't called for. I mean, yeah, I know you was married to him first. Whatever happened, I wasn't the cause of their breakup. You know, whatever was going on with them, Gucci came after whatever happened. So, and don't be mad at me because like I'm the cause of them not together. I mean, that was uncalled for. I was married to him first. That truly showed there was some kind of insecurity on her end, that she may have been jealous. Maybe, you know, she missed the treatment that Jay was giving her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think it could have been more of a conversation. It definitely didn't have to get physical. Mm-hmm. Because even though, you know, you shaded her, she was shading you. But, you know, but
here's the thing, Aikisha, really, I can't wrap my head around. This dialogue that I had with her, the short dialogue, I never said those many sentences to her in the 15 years that I've been, it's just like, hey, or maybe not. I never had a conversation with her. We never talked about the weather. We never talked about, you know, we just never did. I just kept it the same. We never, you know, even if we're in the same room. One time we went to a party together.
I asked your ass when they gonna see, I don't know how much of it they're gonna show, but after we got to the back, I was trying to figure out how we got where we were.
Yeah.
And then we tune in to watch. And you were like, you walked off and she, you know, things happened.
So you think she want me to be her friend or something? I'm confused.
To be honest with you, Gucci, hell, I'm confused. That's why I'm asking you. I don't know, because I never known. Like I said, I haven't known Selena in adulthood, so I haven't known her to be no like rah-rah fighter. Maybe she is. I don't know. I haven't.
I didn't think she was, you know.
Girls. I just felt it was just, you know, I was shocked because I don't see her in that light. So I was thinking she was gonna come in. You know, I don't know if you know. You said you don't talk to her about. Most of the time when I see Selena, she's a pretty girl, so she's, you know, floating around and doing this. And if she gets smart, she, you know, I was expecting her to come in, even if y'all were having shade. You know, if I'm the ex-wife, like she said, well, listen, honey, okay, well, you don't want to speak, but then don't worry about it. Like, I would have been given, there's no way you would have been, after that extra line, I would be like, okay, I'm extra, but I'm here. I'm
that's right, or something like that, or
throwing it back just to go where the cameras would have been like, oh my God, it like wanting to follow it. There was no reason for it to go as far as it went with the two of you.
But I do want the viewers to know I did try to avoid whatever went on. I was walking on. It was just some reason she just had to get a conversation with me. There are plenty of other women in the room that can speak to her or she could have a conversation with, but you can't make me speak to you. You can't make me speak.
And I wonder if maybe production set her up to, I don't know. I don't want to put
that.
I have no clue. I'm just saying it was really odd to me that we hadn't been in that bitch, 10, 15 minutes? I know I had just walked in. And so it was shocking to me. And you know what else was shocking to me, honey? I'm trying to figure out why Latrice was throwing us so much. I mean, I know y'all were doing, but how did I get the shade, honey, with Miss Hattie Mae? But darling, honey, Hattie Mae was giving. I had no clue that I was getting all of this in her interviews and with
the dress for less. And girl, get out of here. You know who had on the dress for less.
Girl, I said, I'm like, baby, if old lady vibes equals maturity, then give it to me.
Right.
I just was really, I'm watching this like, we got beef? Oh.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I didn't go on this whole season and didn't know that we had beef? Like, okay.
Yeah.
God, let me know. So, you know, I'm glad that you are able to talk about, well, of course, we're going to come back on here on next Monday after they see the entire, that entire episode.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'm not gonna say this about, because of course a lot of them's going on now. I've seen, her fans come in who love Selena, and even with y'all's children. I hope you've talked to D.
I did. I was like,
I love her.
For
I love your.
It's a matter. It's a matter
that it's gotten to this with them.
And I tell D, and the girls, and I know they probably aren't here. I mean, it's okay for you to take up for your mom. D's gonna try to take up for me, and you're gonna try to take up for your mom. But be careful what it's out there. Once you put it out there, you can't get it back.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Y'all are, y'all are still gonna be, and have to be a part of it.
No matter what they say about me, I still love them. They can say whatever they want to say about me. I still love them, and I don't care. It's not. I got to do what I have to be the adult when it comes to that. The main thing, whatever happened in that situation, which we'll see more next week. The first thing I said, I hate the fact that this is happening in front of Sanjay. She was there because we're supposed to set an example.
I'm gonna wait until next week because they haven't.
We're gonna wait. That was the main thing.
But there were some things that we'll wait on that because I listen. I don't want on and them calling me.
Oh yeah, let me see.
Because they'll bring this phone up. But I really want everybody to tune in. I'm gonna go in and try to take some of these questions real quick, y'all. Before they